Shop talk, we on the move. Shop talk, we on the move. Let's move. Shop talk, we on the move. About to pull up on you.
Coming through like
Shop talk, we on the move. Shop talk, we on the move. Let's move. Shop talk, we on the move. About to pull up on you.
coming through like
Shop talk, we ready. Got them clippers with us, and I don't mean LA. Come and kick it with us, we riding on the freeway. Headed somewhere to cut hair from VA.
Shop talk with Reg and the crew. And Tony Red in it too.
Now move, come and get you a cut in the interview. But leave a tip in the cup when we finish too.
Shop talk, we on the move. Shop talk, we on the move. Let's move. Shop talk, we on the move. About to pull up on you.
coming through like
Now, Reg, who we got coming in today?
Comedian MICAH "BAMM" BAMM White,
Okay.
from Cincinnati. Been living in Virginia for a minute.
Okay.
Been here a good little while. Well-known comedian in the industry. He's done quite a few movies. He kills the stage, man. he's one of the funniest dudes to be around, coolest dudes to hang out with. Like I said, it's just he all-around good guy, man. Like public figure around town.
Yeah.
Everybody knows him.
Mm-hmm.
He stop, he speak, he cool with everybody. He don't put himself above nobody else. Just all around good dude.
Right. I'm excited about that. You know, as a community activist, like you said, he does a lot for the community, gives back in a lot of ways, and traveling comedian, man. It's a great guy. So I look forward to that.
When we finish too, we can discuss Trump when you get to choose from a couple of different people with different views. Long as we get the views, so everybody get your shoes and run on down the Red so you can get the news.
Shop talk, we on the move. Shop talk, we on the move. Let's move. Shop talk, we on the move. About to pull up on you.
coming through
MICAH "BAMM" BAMM White, man. Pleasure.
happening?
How you feeling, man?
Pleasure to be here, man. I'm good, bro.
Good. Thank you for joining us on the Move Shop Talk.
Thanks for having me. This is gonna be the stillest
Uh-huh.
interview I've ever been in my life. I'm like hands in hand. This is gonna be still, just all lips and eyes. No, let's go.
Let me start by saying we have a comedian in the house. It's gonna be a lot of laughs. So you're right.
Yeah, let's
You're right.
go.
All right, so let's start from the top. 1998, Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
Out of 24 competitors in comedy, you were named the winner of HBO's Def Comedy Jam competition.
Yeah.
What got you there?
Well, when I moved to Richmond in '96, I had already started doing comedy in '96 in Birmingham, Alabama, where I'm from.
Right.
Then I met this cat named Steve Branch. Steve was one of the owners of a club called Armani's.
Okay.
So Steve knew about this competition. Let me back up. When I first moved to Richmond, I refused to get a job. Comedy is what I was gonna do.
Right.
So I started doing comedy at a spot called Slip and Shako. After Slip and Shako, I ended up going to Armani's. Armani's had like an every Thursday night, I believe it was, comedy night, and they needed a host. The host they had was a guy named Herman Hurston out of Tidewater, but he wasn't able to make it down as often as they needed, so they booked me. I got in cool with the managers. Manager saw something in me. He started managing me a little bit. Not a little bit, he started managing me. And then this competition came in, and we were trying to get on the big stage. So he knew that competition would be an inroad to the big stage. Did I think about winning? Of course I did, but we were just thinking about exposure.
Right.
And I went down, man. It was a 2-night. The first night, I had to finish in the top 5. Then we had to go back for the finals, and I won.
Right.
So it was just kind of what happened. Then I ended up getting on the Def Jam show with Honest John, Earthquake, Hope Flood, and I forgot who else was on the show. But it was a nice show, and I opened up for the Def Jam joint. So it was pretty cool.
Nice.
Man.
Nice. So from winning that, did that jump start? Was that the jump start you're looking for, or did it take more work, more grind?
Oh man, it took a tremendous amount more work, bro. I'm still working.
Right.
I think that what that did was let me know I belong. You know, not that in my head I didn't think I belonged. I thought I belonged all along. But I think that was like one of those solidifying moments that made me go, all right, okay, I am one of them. I'm not some, so I'm not some cat that desires. I'm it.
Right.
So I think that moment was one of those moments that it gave me a boost of
Right.
energy, boost of self-esteem, boost of confidence, and drive.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, can you talk a little bit about the grind of being on the road? like, what does that look like? I'm sure everyone thinks it's the glam, the glitz, glam, glory. You're from Thursday, Sunday, Friday, Sunday, whatever your schedule is. You're at a different city every weekend.
Yeah. Well, it's man. Let me tell you. So when I moved to LA in 09, right now I've been doing comedy 22 years. I'm going on 23 years in March. God has been good. And so when I moved to LA, I realized how expensive it was to live in LA. So I said, well, I'm just gonna hit the road.
Right.
So for about 4 years, bro, I was on the road about 45 weeks a year. And basically what you do, your shows are Wednesday through Sunday. You do a show Wednesday, a show Thursday, 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday, 1 show Sunday. Monday you wake up, you're flying either home for a night, and then Tuesday you're back on the road. Tuesday or Wednesday morning you're back on the road. As an opener, which is what I was at the time, I ended up becoming a headliner later, but as an opener, you got to pay for your own flights. You got to get your own travel. You got to pay for your own food. The only food you don't have to pay for is the food you get at the comedy club. Right. Other than that, you're really taking care of yourself, and you're not making a lot of money. $100 a show. Right. So you're doing 7 shows, you're getting $700. Right. It costs you $300 for the trip. It costs you $100 for the food. Right. You still got bills. You got rent, you got a cell phone bill, you got a power bill, you got water bill. Right. So I don't know if you know how to do math, but it don't add up, bro.
That's a negative right there. That sounds like a negative.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're doing it in that phase because you have to do that to get what's next. Right. I think a lot of cats, even myself, when I started the entertainment business, we want to become entertainers because we see other entertainers. Right. But what we see is the finished product. Right. We don't see what it took to become the end product. Right. And once you get into that, bro, that's when it gets real. So yeah, being on the road is tough.
See, I think about it now. Like I think people on the outside, and I kind of knew a little bit of what you said, but kind of equated to today comedians and back then comedians to today rappers and back then rappers.
Yeah.
Right. And now with the social media era, the new age thinks that it's just quick and easy because they get their gratification through social media. But they get on the road and they find out something.
It's real out here, son.
You know what I mean?
So the thing about it is, and this is what I've learned. However, whatever the speed is that it comes, it's the same speed that it leaves. Right. So if you get it in a year, don't expect to have it forever. Right. Because you don't know enough. Mm-hmm. And knowing is not somebody sitting down telling you. Knowing is not being funny. Knowing is experiencing. And the more experience that you have, the more of a foundation that you have to continue to strive and go forward. A lot of cats, man, like I got friends of mine, been doing comedy for 2-3 years. They're out in LA, and they're funny. They're good. Mm-hmm. But now they hitting me going, yo, dude, this is not what I thought it was. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, good. Right. Good that it's not what it thought. Because now you're about to see whether or not this is what you really want to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you starting off, you've been alongside some greats. As far as
blessed, yeah.
Do you mind naming a few or?
Whew, man, Bernie Mac, Ricky Smiley got me started. Mm-hmm. Shouts out to Ricky. When I first started March 24th, 1996, my roommate Keith went to high school with Ricky. And Ricky had he had this comedy night. And Ricky, I went in, I was like, yo, I'm gonna do this comedy thing. I was 20, like, I'm gonna do this. So I asked Ricky, I was like, yo, I wanna go up next week. Ricky was like, all right, cool, I got you. Mm-hmm. Just come back, be ready. Right. Do all week, I'm in the mirror, like working on my stuff all week. I went back, first joke I said, people laughed. Literally in that moment, I was like, I'm in, this is it. I found what I'm gonna do, and in that, I had an opportunity to meet a lot of nice comics, a lot of good people. A lot of people spread love. Hamburger, I don't know if you remember Hamburger. Yeah, he came through. Corey Holcomb came through. Sherman Golden came through. Henry Welch, and these were cats that a lot of the big world don't know, but these are vets in the game. Right. And these were the cats that gave me information early in my career that kind of gave me insight on what to expect and what I needed to do. Maybe not necessarily to become a star, but to be a working comic. I mean, I've had a chance to work with Robin Williams. I've had a chance to work with, I mean, Gary Owens, my friend, one of my volleyball players. I coach high school volleyball.
Okay.
And one of my volleyball players sent me the clip last night of Gary Owens and I on Showtime when I had to say the N-word for him.
Yeah, you walk out on stage.
Yeah.
That's my shit right there.
Yeah. So who else, man? I mean, it's so many, bro.
Yeah.
Monique, Hope Flood, Kim Whitley. I was on the Tom Joyner Morning Show cruise, and it was 30 comics on this cruise. And the last night, Saturday night, all the comics go up. So it's like a big comedy show. And I was the only one that got 2 standing ovations in the same set. And that was like a moment to where I started to get my credit. J. Anthony Brown, he gave me love. George Wallace gave me a lot of love that night. Tony Rock, what's up, Tony? Man, I can go on and on and on, bro.
Right. So I was listening to a podcast. I think it was a podcast you were on. It was on YouTube earlier this year, and the main thing that you were speaking on was community for you.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'm looking at how comedy is now. It seems like the comedians are community.
Mm-hmm.
And so you kind of like it just makes sense now with me hearing you say that you just the older ones they brought you up, they told you the right things, and they said, hey, you might not want to hear it now, but it's gonna make sense 10, 5, 15 years from now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that community has been instilled to you into what you're doing now, which is still using comedy in a way that's impacting youth, and we'll get to that a little bit later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that whole community is something it's like rooted within you.
Man, the community raised me, Doc. If I could, be a little transparent about my life, I'm a crack baby.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? My mom was a crackhead. My grandmother adopted me at the age of 1, so I wasn't going to the foster care system.
Right.
I was raised by 9 women, 3 different families. So the community is what protected me. So I didn't have the mom and dad. I go home every day and they tell me what I should and shouldn't do.
Right.
My life was trial and error, man.
Right.
And God protected me. You talk about grace and mercy, man. I got some type of favor over my life because I done tried to mess it up. And God just be like, nah, you all right, you about to go through the metal detector at the court, you got weed in your pocket, but when you pull everything out of your pocket, everything's gonna come out but the weed.
Wow.
Stuff like that
Wow.
has happened in my life. I mean, I can go on and on and on with grace and favor, man. And actually, this is the first time I'm telling these stories. But I'm just saying all that to say that there's something over my life that I think it's protecting me from something God needed me to do.
Right.
And I think the community raising me and protecting me and bringing me up and people latching on to me. I lived in the hood, raised poor. You heard me say my mom was a drug addict. Dad wasn't around, not because he was a deadbeat, he was military. Right. So he was overseas, living his life. And, God just needs me to do something.
Right. I have 2 questions before we keep moving on. I want to know, what is one of the hardest cities for you to go into as far as crowd being stale? Maybe they're uptight, maybe they're not loose enough to laugh, but they want to laugh, but they're just not the community. What's one of the hardest cities that you've gone into?
Hey man, I ain't trying to say it.
Hey John, go back.
Go ahead, say it. Let me tell you, I've been around the world doing this comedy thing. If you can make it in Richmond, you can make it anywhere in the United States.
Exactly. Word.
When I went to LA, when I moved to LA, I was in LA and I walked on stage with I'll never forget the first night I did was a Hollywood Improv. My first show ever in LA, Hollywood Improv. This is like one of the meccas of comedy. You know what I mean? When you think about comedy, you want to do the improv, you want to do the Laugh Factory. So I'm like, damn, my first show. I walk in, man, and I'm trying to be like these LA comics. So I'm dishing everything I had done in Richmond, dishing the 13 years I had built up as a comedian in Richmond and other places, and I'm trying to be like LA.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, these niggas ain't funny. Like, this is not funny and it ain't fun.
Right.
So one night after doing comedy in LA for like a year, man, I walked upstairs like, man, I'm gonna just be myself. I killed that night. And then that's when I noticed Richmond had built, in a good way, a monster. Because in Richmond, you can't play with it in Richmond and expect them to be all about it.
Right.
No,
You gotta bring it.
Right.
Even more if you're a local.
That's true. Because it goes back to what you said. Not everyone wants support.
But now in hindsight, again, after doing comedy for so long and paying attention, I'm like, yo, it's a lot of pain and pressure in this city. So you got to overcome all of that,
right,
and be talented.
It's like when people see you in a light that they can't get in, it's a problem for them because they know you.
When they see you in a light that they feel like they can't get in.
Yeah.
Right.
My man narrator, dope boy here in Richmond, he has like, and I'm gonna mess it up because I'm not him, but he says most people go to work, eat, sleep, 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 go to work, eat, sleep. And after he repeats, you like, damn, that's what most people do.
Right.
They go to work, they eat, which is their lunch.
Right.
They go back to work, they get off work, they eat, that's their dinner. Then they go to sleep.
Right.
Then they go to work.
Right.
Go to work, eat,
And I had my best friend's wife live in Atlanta. She walked up to me. She's a successful businesswoman, and she asked me. She said, "Are you a business owner?" I said, "Yeah, I own a couple businesses." She said, "Do you get up and go to work?" And I said, "Yeah, I get up, go to work, whatever." She said, "You're self-employed." She said, "You're not
Not a business owner.
She said, "Business owners don't work. Self-employed people go to work." And that changed my whole perception of my life and what I did and how I looked at myself. So when people say, "Do you own such and such?" Yeah, I own it, but I'm also the key worker. Right. So at the end of the day,
But that right there too, there's two different type of people. There's people that are in this room and out there that are taking what you just said and saying, "Oh, that's going to motivate me to be a business owner."
Right.
Then you have the other side of people that are going to be like, well, damn, I just going to keep working for someone for the rest of my life.
Well, let's be real about something. Everybody don't have the discipline
Right.
to be a business owner.
Yeah.
That's true.
Everybody don't have the discipline to be self-employed. When you're self-employed, you got to get up and kill your meat every day.
Yeah.
I got to kill my prey every day.
Yeah.
When I wake up, I got to go kill my food.
Right.
Versus going to work for somebody else and then somebody hand me a plate.
Yeah.
And everybody don't have that discipline. And also everybody don't have, respectfully I say this, that level, and I don't mean level better or less, I mean just something else, of intellect, of being a business owner. I don't want, I got family members that are smart as hell, but God knows I would never work for them because they don't have they don't have the patience.
Right.
They don't have the heart. They don't have the human connection to be a business owner. We don't live in a day and age where a business owner is a dictator. Those days are over.
Yeah, that's gone.
Those days are over. You got to create a palette for people to feel like they're welcome, people to feel like they're valued, people to feel like they're coming to work and you appreciate what they do.
Right.
Those days of sit down, sit there for 8 hours, type, here's your paperwork, all right, get out of here, clock out. Did you clock out on time? Those days are over with.
Right.
So I'm off the rip.
Okay.
Alright. First question is, name one thing in your life that you've done that you regretted doing. Just one. It could be anything.
Having unprotected sex.
we all regret that at some point.
I'll say one thing I did in my life I regret doing, man. It's not calling my mom. My mom died in 2000. We don't know if she died from an overdose or if she was murdered. We don't know. But of course, as you heard me say earlier, my mom was a drug addict. But I didn't talk to my mom at all. We talked one time in 7 years. And the one time we did talk, we talked for only like 20 minutes. She was supposed to call me back. She never called back, and I never called her back. And my grandmother would always be like, call your mom, call your mom, call your mom. And I don't know if me calling my mom would have saved my mom's life or not. But I feel like me not calling her, it made me, as an adult now, I felt like I was selfish, man. My mom my mom was under drug addiction. She was under something that had control of her. She didn't have control of it.
Right.
So I feel like it really was, I'm not up under drug addiction, so it was really my job to hit her up.
Right.
But so I think if there's one thing I regret, man, it's not hitting my mom up while she was alive. Because now I don't have no chance. She's dead now, so it's nothing I can do now.
I'm sorry to hear all that. Next question.
Name something that you want that you'll never be able to do in life that you would want to do. Something you want to accomplish, or something. It could be a dream thing. Just the biggest thing you wanted to do that you know you're never gonna get accomplished.
Man, I want to be Jesus. I mean, you know, that's true, but at the same time, on the flip side, I wish I was a bird, man. I used to always wish I was a bird, bro. Cause man,
Only this moment.
I just want to be a bird, man. Oh, man, I got sick of smoking weed to get high. I want to be a bird. I want to do it a different way. I want to be able to get high and pass a drug test. If I can do both of those at the same time, man, life is good. But I want to be a bird because birds, they're able to go from place to place swiftly, fast. They don't have to deal with the rigmarole. I don't know a bird with a job. You know what I'm saying? I don't know a bird with bills. You know what I mean? I just always wanted to be a bird, man. I'm kind of jealous of birds, you know. And I'm actually prejudiced with birds, so I don't fuck with blackbirds, man.
This motherfucker right here.
I'm prejudiced of birds, man. I don't mess with blackbirds.
All right, so last question.
Yeah.
Biggest thing you got on your list, you got planned to do that you plan to accomplish. What is that?
There's a lot of things on my list.
What's the one that you going to accomplish?
That's a burning desire. I'm gonna make a $1 billion deal for the community. I want to make a deal worth $1 billion, and the entire $1 billion goes to the community. That's my goal.
That's good shit.
Yeah. I think we all make $1 billion. I think not we all, but many people make big money deals, and they're I'm not gonna say self-induced, because I feel like if you work hard, you deserve to get what you got coming. But you know, man, I'm 43, bro. I probably got 27, 37 good years left. You know, I'm thinking 80 years old is when I'm gonna start to see the decline in my life, just because how active I am, and that ain't a long time. You know, we're here at a blink of an eye. So our legacy is not what we do while we're here, it's what continues to go on after we're dead and gone. Right. So I think a $1 billion deal will be something that can provide, and not only that, a $1 billion deal will grow. I can be dead and gone. That $1 billion is going to turn into $2 billion, $3 billion, $4 billion, $6 billion, $20 billion, $80 billion, a zillion, a trillion. It's gonna. I can give a homeless dude $15, $20. I would tell you probably in an hour, it's gone.
Right.
But to be able to give the Boys and Girls Club, Girl Scouts, there's another organization I work with, Backpacks of Love, a bunch of money, they can build on top of that. So that's what I really want to do. I want to do a $1 billion deal for the community.
That'll work. Now, I did hear you, I know Marquise touched on it, but you have something you're doing with the golf situation.
Yeah, man. Big golfer, man.
Alright, so let's speak on that a little bit.
Look, man, quickly, last summer, June, I think it was the 14th, maybe, Father's Day, whatever day Father's Day was last year in June, I went out to Dogwood Golf Course, which is where I played today, actually, down in Petersburg. And my homeboy Nick Hines and another cat, Antoine, they do this Father's Day golf tournament. And I went out there, dude, and there was 70 black dudes playing golf. And I was like, man, I'm in. So the next month, first of all, that next week, I was playing. Since last June, I've played about 260 rounds of golf. So like Saturday, I played 2 rounds. I played 1 round at the Crossing Saturday morning, played another round at Independence Saturday evening. Sunday, I played a round at Independence. Monday, I played a round somewhere, Sycamore Creek. Tuesday, I played a round at Independence, and today I played down in Dogwood. Tomorrow, I'm gonna go play somewhere. Wednesday, I played Independence. Tomorrow, I'm gonna go play somewhere. But I'm in. Plus, I was a big competitor as a kid. I played volleyball, I played football, I played basketball, I played baseball. And now I'm in my 40s. The body don't do the same thing. So then when I started playing golf, I was like, damn, I got this competitive spirit back. So now my goal is to make a PGA senior tour. So when you're 50, you can play in the PGA senior tour. So in 7 years, I want to make the PGA. So that's my goal.
I do want to know, with when you write out your comedy, when you think it through, do you know when you have a joke that's just gonna fly? It's just bound to go.
Oh yeah.
You know when you just got it.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
And they come very few far in between.
Right.
You know, I get a lot of funny stuff. Like even tonight, so I'm headlining at the Funny Bone, as you heard me say, Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday.
Like for example, man, you could be on your way to work, late. That's a lie. You white, ma'am. I don't want to start off blind, ma'am. I'm sorry I even started with you, but you look like you always late. So I'm gonna talk to you. Other desk. You could be on your way to work, late. This is the last day you can be late. And you sitting at the light. And while you sit there, somebody run into the back of your car. You turn around and realize it's the UPS man. Another story for another day, another interview another time.
Hey man, well we definitely appreciate you coming on, man. Thank you for taking the time out. It's another episode, another edition of On the Move Shop Talk. We'll catch you next time.
Pull up on you.
Coming through like
Shop Talk, we ready. Got them clippers with us, and I don't mean LA. Come and kick it with us, we riding on the freeway. Headed somewhere to cut hair from VA.
Shop Talk with Reg and the crew. And Tony Red in it too.
Now move, come and get you a cut in the interview. But leave a tip in the cup when we finish too. We can discuss Trump when you get to choose from a couple of different people with different views. Long as we get the views, so everybody get your shoes. And run on down the Red so you can get the news.
Shop Talk, we on the move. Shop Talk, we on the move. Let's move. Shop Talk, we on the move. About to pull up on you.
coming through like
Drug dealers and gun buyers that'll lay their life on the line when they ride. I call them stunt drivers. Get your attitude aligned like front tires for niggas. Put that heat to your body like you sun drying or sun tanning. Hit them up to that Desi jamming. New rap shirt like my Eddie was Reggie Hammond.